the Mega Blast and realized how that trickster was used.
What age was Tupac when he died?
27.
Wrong.
Fuck, really?
25.
Damn.
It's the Gentleman's Talk podcast. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
The answer will be 25 years old.
And you saw I said that like I knew it, right? I was confident.
So she got one question wrong, but I like to see where everybody get. These are things like I give, the internet research on my own time. Kamora will figure it out at her spare time. She's very smart anyway. What does family mean to you?
Family's got a few different things, right?
So what you want the audience to know?
Family is those who I hold, who hold me.
Talk about it.
Those who I hold, who hold me. And I am blessed in that everyone I hold blood with, everyone I share blood with, I consider family, right? And I know there's people who don't live in that world, but I don't like them all. I do not like them all, but that's...
She ain't know them all. Some of my blood,
Oh, but thank God, it's like, and then there's the different branches of the family, so it's like, oh, it's one of them acting like one of them, and that's how they be, right?
Talk about
and that's what it is.
Yep.
But then outside of that, family are those who hold me. There's over here, there's a big old poster for a woman named Nina Glover. Complete sister, like, when I need that levity hold, she's there and holds me. My friend Kendrick. He and the things that make family. So we were both young and stupid and both made babies and had children.
Okay.
And then grew up, right? And got to be with and see what that looks like. And now can hold each other with the truth. Like, there's very happy you're here. And there's a whole lot of people who ends up being family where I get to mom them, right?
Talk about it.
And I'm lucky enough that I've got a couple moms out there. Not all of them are older than me, right? And those folks are there. And then I got all my babies. I got all my babies.
I'm one of them.
Yep. And you cannot tell me that my babies are not my babies. Like that's my family. That's creating that lineage. It's not even creating that lineage. It's stepping into the souls that are supposed to be your souls. Yeah. So my oldest son is your age. Joseph is 35, and he got like. As he was stepping into the world, people talk about the 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
Those are your souls, right? So if you talk to someone and you don't know the same people, like after 2 or 3, you don't know the same people, then that's a cool person, but that's not a soul that's here for you. That's not one of the souls that you're here to travel with that creates family. Now, talking about that not liking thing, that's the beauty and work of this lifetime. We are not always going to like the people who are our family, who we need, who hold us, right? And then there's going to be people who we like, people whose energy, whose personality, we're gravitated, and they're wonderful, and you can and we can hang, and they can be friends, and they can be friends, right? But not everyone is family, and that's I think it's really important not to categorize humans, but understand that on that space, because there's some family, and then there's some friends, and yeah.
R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels. You know who Kevin Samuels is?
I do. Talk to me though. Kevin Samuels.
He was the one that I didn't say bad woman, but saying women should be his turn aside. So
the one who him.
So what's your yeah? Come on. What's your opinion?
See, he passed and I did this as quickly as I could.
R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels. What is your opinion on Kevin Samuels? Come on.
That's a man who doesn't love himself like he should. And that's a man who, like what was the woman, so wait, when he was found dead, okay, give me this, because I'm trying really hard to remember right now. So when he was found dead, who was the woman he was found with?
Like some young, like 25-year-old, 24-year-old.
Mm-hmm. She was a white woman, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this man who believed that his job was to police the fuck out of black women. And make sure that we all know that we're, what was it? Not a quality woman?
Yeah, because if y'all have too many kids or if y'all have too much weight, and if you don't deserve the type of man that you should. Basically, his message was, if you're overweight and
what makes you think you're qualified for that man?
And you have too many kids, why should you deserve a high value man? Or whatever. So that's what he preached before he died, or how
before he died, with a woman that in no way lined up with what he said he was, right? Which gave us complete place to understand that he didn't love himself.
Talk about it.
That's what that is. And I look at the problems within the black community, like, so as we look at this gender shit,
Yep.
we don't give ourselves enough, and we've given the stories that we can do it without enough, right? So the number of black men who hate black women
Mm-hmm.
and can point out exactly what's wrong with them
Talk about it.
are 5-year-old little boys looking at their mommy
Talk about
and
it.
wishing, from a 5-year-old's perspective, with a 5-year-old's understanding, that if their mommy only did these other things, A, life would be better, and then the real whole, daddy would be back, right?
But daddy's gone.
And that's it, right? And so we can laugh and talk about girls with daddy issues, and that's fun. But in our community, there's like, and he fed that soul. Like, he fed the baby boy whose mommy wasn't enough.
Talk about it.
And rather than creating a place where the mommy can be held so that she can admit that she fell short, right? Like, that's the issue. We have it set up for every black mom out here who is at a deficit alone, pretending and lying and proving that she's enough and she can do it on her own, right?
That is true.
We can't. That little boy needs a space where he can see his mother, love her, be angry at her, and forgive her in a way that he doesn't have to hold all black women to the 5-year-old vision of what mommy should be.
So you think that's why his time was on purpose shorter than most, because he was definitely given a narrative about black women all over the world that he shouldn't have?
The way I felt about it when he passed, 2 things there, right? A, I believe in redemption of the human soul completely. So there's the first part of, damn, suck that he died now, because I wish he could have lived so that we could have seen a story arc, right? Like, I love to share a story arc. I love to be like, let me tell you about this person who did it. Oh, you like this person? Let me tell you. Did it? Like, I love stories of humanity and hope, right? But then the other part was, what was the story today? And who did he die with? Like you said, like, as I was running the story, like, who did he die with? And I kept pushing. Like she was an unattractive, overweight white chick. But he, like, that's his sickness right there, right? I'm happy it fell out like that, because a whole bunch of men who were following him like he was the greatest thing since sliced bread had a chance to go, shit, that's my leader. You know, that is who, and like, in my mind, I see many black women, black girlfriends and wives saying, oh, that's your man? Oh, that's who you listen to? Oh, that's who's gonna tell you I need to lose weight because of, yeah. So,
Definitely.
and I believe that we're all here on this earth to serve a purpose, right? So, for the fun of it, let me just toss it out here right now because we're recording it. I believe that I'm going to have pretty okay health, but I'm going to die at 99. And that's it, right?
I believe you're going to live longer than that.
No, because that's the end. I've got my work to do. And so it's not like there's going to be, not retirement.
I think you're going to live 100. I think you're going to live.
Give me 100, I'm going to make it. And then boom, and then that's that, right? And there are...
Because people like me and you live a long time, too.
Yeah.
Because we have, like, our souls is different than a lot of other things. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Like, I didn't see a lot of people, like, living around.
But some of those souls that leave early for a reason. It's like here...
Because their work was done? Because I don't feel like you were so because I feel like you wasn't on the target to do your work.
You get that. I also believe in reincarnation, right? So I believe there's different roles, right? So the Atlanta child murders, right?
That makes sense.
I don't want anyone related to those children to hear me say that those children, their death created spaces where people could think about black mortality differently, right? That's a horrible thing to say.
No, but sometimes it could be like that because from history always repeats itself, and the way they used to treat the African Americans or just people that wasn't another ethnicity that's not, had melanin in there. We're gonna say it like that. People that do not have melanin in your skin. Non-melanin bodies. So if I feel that's why sometimes, like, no disrespect to, y'all can come at me whatever I want to. Things like Sandy Hook and things of those natures of those situations occurs, I feel those are reoccurrence. I'm not saying those are the right things for that to happen, but those are reoccurrence for things that they have done to us for many years. So now we have now like we're going into the school. You have your own people doing that to y'all people.
Yeah, okay, so
from what I'm saying, am I saying it wrong?
No, you're not. Because
Okay.
a 1-to-1 would be here in Connecticut, the Pettit murders, right? And so That was in Cheshire, and two men escaped from prison. They broke into a white, and I'm race, right? They broke into a white man's house. They murdered his daughters. They murdered his wife. They left him alive. And the world jumped up and understood that everyone in that space needed mental health care. Like, and it was seen as a tragedy that it was. And at the time I was looking at what it looked like, it was here Cornell Lewis, right? And wrote a statement, which I'll share with you at some point, right? And it was a statement because black people, hood people, people who felt and were experiencing murders over here, just non-damn stop. They're killing our babies, like all over the place. And we aren't deserving of mental health care, right? No one understands that we have now been traumatized and have stuff to deal with, right?
You don't.
And I wrote a statement that went along with that. It's like basically saying, no one here is happy that your babies died, right? No one here in any way is celebrating that. And no one here is saying that your deaths are not as important as ours. But let's look at what deaths are being preferenced. And let's look at what deaths are being seen as noble and good people, in which ones we know that these people just deserve to die because that's how they live and such, right? So when those moments happen, I believe very often they're for a reason, right? Emmett Till was for a reason. And it's our job to use that and harness it to take us to where we need to go, right? Like, so if we just sit around and figure out how to make signs to say it was bad and shouldn't have happened, and get our names in the paper, and like if we do it for ourselves, then
2 minutes of fame for no reason.
And then that life was in vain, right?
On to the next topic on the Gentleman's Talk podcast. You're gonna definitely enjoy this topic. What is your opinion on the LGBTQ community being in our local public schools? I know she's going to ask. I have to see it because she don't understand. I be tapping in. You see how I do? She just smile.
Is it possible to add a bibliography to this? Because there is a wonderful book about pre-colonial Africa about male wives and female husbands, right?
Yep.
And then I would ask everyone to check out Ifa, Yoruba, the deities, how different orishas show up, right? Because if you can choose to hear this without your colonized ears, gender is a social fucking construct.
Talk about it.
It is, right? However, we live in a world, and we need to look at what this. Here we go, okay?
This is my job. Come on. Oh, yeah, see, come on, you forgot. Come on, they know I do this. Come on, I see the company. I can't wait till the camera go off because I'm probably going to get the biggest hug and the biggest. She like, CJ, okay.
So as we do this, right? As we even step into this, we need to understand that we, and us as black people, we live in the only country on the face of this earth that made a group of people less than human through legislation, right? So as black people, we are still dealing with doctors choosing to not give us painkillers because A, we're just med seekers, and B, we don't feel pain like them, right? When they take our children away in DCF, a black mother doesn't have the same bond to her child as a white mother. So like all of these fucked up things that we need to understand. And gender, social construct. As a black woman, I got a man inside of me who I pull out very often in my strength, that so many people see this black woman's strength. When you pull it out and you gotta list it, they are the markings that people say are gender markers, right? And white women cry and shit. Well, sorry, tap into all of you and all of your energy, right? So we've got these places where this is our understanding here.
Yep.
And again, I hate the term homosexuality because again, it's getting sexual, right? But homosexuality has always been us. There's always been us in here in all of the different ways, and definitely during enslavement and such. And it wasn't a political marker that was used to separate and divide and create wedges and demand some strange right thing, right? So, should queer and gay folks be in schools? Yes, just like everyone else. Should there be a place where there's, and when I say an agenda, like that agenda of acceptance, right? An agenda of acceptance from a white colonizer understanding. That's not what this is. That's not who we are. Like as we look at the Diddy thing right now.
It's crazy that you said that because that's crazy that you said that because I feel like you just jumped into my soul real fast. Because I was like, they're talking about Diddy done did this for years, but then y'all sit there and y'all gay ass people when Diddy been doing it for years.
And I'm gonna say
and paying people off however he does, whatever he do. I don't condone that, but for those that indulge in that, Diddy do what he do and blase.
But this is the place to really look at it because Diddy might be gay, and a lot of those people in those situations ain't gay. They are people who are like go back to how enslavement worked in Jamaica and the islands, right? Yep. You had buggery, so like you had if a buck had to be broken, they had people penetrate him from behind and anal sex happen. That's not gay. That's not gay. Gay is love and all that goes along with gay, right? That is a sexual act used to demean a human being because of ideas of masculine, like all of the stuff. And Diddy, I hope that as we deal with the Diddy shit, right? Are there definitely gay players up in there? Yup. Is there definitely like bisexual shit? Is there some weird trans shit? Yeah, there's a lot of that shit. But then there's power and control and coercion. And I think in a lot of our communities, when we think about what gay shit is, we equate it with power, control, and coercion. And raping little boys and like.
But since you said raping little boys, what's your opinion before I go to the next topic on R. Kelly? And he done got jammed up for peeing on women or doing all types of perverted things. So you said the raping little girls or boys. So I feel like I should engage in that conversation. Because R. Kelly done got jammed up. But I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't gonna lie. But then I ain't gonna lie. It's another touchy topic. I ain't gonna say on that same topic. Robert Kraft, the Patriot owner, a lot of people don't know, he had a sex trafficking scandal, and he paid the judge off, and they threw under the bus. So they'll jam up people like Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, even if they're doing whatever they're doing, not condoning nothing they do.
They jam you up the second you step out of line.
But how come a person like Robert Kraft, the Patriot owner, can have a sex trafficking scandal? Listen to this. Robert Kraft, the Patriot owner, had a sex trafficking scandal in Boston, Mass.
You gotta know how to do it right. You got to
and he paid
buy the right. You got to buy the right, not loved children, and you got to serve the right, influential people. That's why. I mean, I'm so happy you're here, right? Because like this is, thank you, right? Because like there's all the crazy conspiracy shit that is real and right. And if we can figure out how to do this, like there's just this strange shit of like, why did this happen? Why do you think that happened? Well, dude, if you can just step into something crazy for a second and think that it might be right, then it's gonna make sense. And does R. Kelly, okay, so the prison system as it exists is wrong. Absolutely no human body belongs in the prison system as we have it right now. Should some people be removed from society and community to pay their debt to society? Yes. That doesn't exist yet. So as I say, R. Kelly belongs in jail. Please understand that I understand that what we are is disgusting. But should he be removed from society because of how he has treated bodies? Yep. And should a lot of other people be held accountable? And should like the fact that Chicago up until when had him still the back to school parade, yep. R. Kelly's up at front. R. Kelly, there's the McDonald's across from the high school that R. Kelly likes to hang out in. Everyone knows Robert's over there. It's a cool thing. If we continue understanding that we will put a cult of personality above everything, like I've got, I was talking to someone the other day who's like, all this news about Diddy. Dude, if you're black, you've been knowing this forever. There's nothing that's new about this. Like, it's all rumor and innuendo, so like watching stuff actually come to light and thinking that I might actually see a video of it inside of a Diddy party is kind of interesting.
I ain't gonna lie, we gotta type into that because we gotta see what's going on in the room.